Did you know that over 2 million Texans could lose their driver's licenses in 2026 without ever getting behind the wheel drunk or speeding? New laws are hitting the state hard, and they're not just targeting reckless drivers. From unpaid tolls and AI traffic cameras to late-night curfews for teens, and even how tired you are, your license could be suspended for things you didn't even know were illegal. That's right, Texas lawmakers have introduced 10 new driving laws that are already sparking outrage and confusion across the state. Some of these changes are so unexpected, they're catching responsible everyday drivers completely off guard. One law could even punish you just for filming a TikTok in your car. In this video, we're breaking down all 10 of these new rules, what they mean, how they could affect you, and what you need to do right now to avoid losing your driving privileges in 2026. Number 1. Digital driver's licenses are now mandatory. Imagine getting pulled over, reaching for your wallet, and suddenly realizing that your plastic driver's license doesn't count anymore. Starting September 1st, 2026, Texas will officially begin phasing out traditional physical driver's licenses in favor of a statewide digital ID system. Yes, you heard that right. A fully digital driver's license stored on your smartphone is now considered your legal form of identification on the road. If you can't produce it during a traffic stop, it could be treated the same as driving without a license. This move is part of a broader statewide initiative to modernize personal identification and reduce fraud. According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, digital licenses are harder to fake, easier to update, and allow for faster verification by law enforcement. But here's the catch. If you're not registered in the new digital system, you could face fines, delays, or even temporary suspension. So how do you stay ahead of this change? It's simple. Download the official Texas DPS app, not a third-party version. Complete the digital ID registration process. Make sure your smartphone is charged and accessible whenever you're driving. And here's a tip most people miss. Turn on offline access. If you're pulled over in an area with no signal and can't open the app, it's as if you're not carrying a license at all. This may seem high-tech, but it's not optional. Forgetting your phone at home could soon carry the same consequences as leaving your license behind. Stay ready, stay informed, or risk losing your right to drive over something as simple as a dead battery.
Number 2. Unpaid tolls equals suspended license. You might think a few unpaid tolls here and there aren't a big deal. Maybe you missed a payment notice or the bill got lost in the mail. No biggie, right? Wrong. Under a new 2026 Texas law, if you rack up more than $200 in unpaid toll charges, the state now has the authority to automatically suspend your driver's license. No warning, no court date. One day you're driving to work, the next you're pulled over and told your license is no longer valid. This isn't just a scare tactic. The Texas Department of Transportation reported over $300 million in unpaid tolls last year. Lawmakers say this crackdown is designed to recover those losses, but the reality is that thousands of drivers may be caught off guard, especially those who use toll roads occasionally and assume their accounts are in good standing. Here's where it gets even trickier. Toll agencies aren't always required to send multiple notices before reporting you. Some people are getting flagged without realizing they've crossed the threshold. And once your license is suspended, you'll face hefty reinstatement fees, and in some cases, even a court appearance. So what can you do to protect yourself? Set up auto pay for your toll account. Regularly check your balance, especially if you use toll roads on trips or commutes. And make sure your mailing address is up to date. Missing one letter can cost you your license. Unpaid tolls might feel like a minor issue, but in 2026, they're anything but. Don't let a few missed payments snowball into a full-blown legal headache. Stay on top of your account, or you might be off the road before you even know it.
Number 3. Sleep-deprived driving is criminal offense. You've had a long day. Maybe you pulled an all-nighter at work or were up with a sick child. You feel a little groggy, but you think, I'll be fine, it's just a short drive. But starting in 2026, that decision could land you with criminal charges in Texas. Under a new law, driving after being awake for 24 hours or more is now classified as a criminal offense, similar to driving under the influence. Yes, you can now be charged as if you were drunk, simply for being too tired behind the wheel. Why? Because science has spoken. Studies from the CDC and National Sleep Foundation show that being awake for 24+ hours impairs your reflexes and decision-making, just like alcohol. In fact, driving while sleep-deprived can be as dangerous as driving with a blood alcohol level of 0.10, well over the legal limit. Texas officials are taking this seriously. In 2026, police officers will be trained to perform roadside fatigue assessments, including observation tests, questioning, and even on-site evaluations to determine if a driver is dangerously drowsy. Here's how to protect yourself and others. If you've been awake for more than 20 hours, don't risk it. Take a break, nap, or grab a ride. Plan long drives in shifts with a rested companion. Avoid over-relying on caffeine. It might keep you awake, but it won't fully restore your focus. This law isn't just about punishment, it's about prevention. Drowsy driving has caused thousands of accidents in Texas, many fatal. In 2026, if you're caught driving on empty, physically and mentally, the consequences won't be a warning, they could be life-altering. Number 4. AI speed camera tickets now count toward suspension. You're driving through a quiet neighborhood or a school zone. You miss the speed sign by a few miles per hour. No flashing lights, no sirens, just a silent camera click overhead. A few weeks later, a ticket shows up in the mail. Annoying? Sure. Serious? Not really, right? Not anymore. As of 2026, Texas has rolled out a statewide upgrade to its traffic enforcement system using AI-powered speed cameras, and for the first time, these tickets now affect your driver's license. That means every time one of these automated systems catches you speeding, it's not just a fine, it adds points to your driving record, bringing you one step closer to a license suspension. This is a major shift from previous years, where camera-based tickets were civil violations that didn't impact your license status. Now, under the updated law, just 3 camera-issued violations in a 12-month period can trigger a mandatory license review or even a 30-day suspension in some cases. What's worse is that many of these new cameras are placed in high-traffic areas, near schools, construction zones, and intersections where drivers naturally slow down, but not always enough to avoid a violation. The AI system automatically detects your speed, plate number, and location, with no officer present. Here's how to stay out of trouble. Watch for new signage indicating speed enforced zones, especially in urban areas. Keep your exact speed in check, not just close enough. Regularly check your mail and online ticket portals so nothing slips by. With no chance to explain your side to an officer and no warning at the time of violation, these AI tickets are catching drivers off guard. In 2026, even small speeding mistakes can quietly build up until it's too late.
Number 5. Smartphone use in school zones equals immediate fine. You're sitting at a red light near a school, engine running, and you glance down to reply to a quick text. No harm done, right? Wrong. In 2026, even a simple tap on your phone in a school zone could now cost you hundreds of dollars and points on your license. Under the new Texas law, any phone use in a designated school zone, even if your vehicle is stopped, is now considered a moving violation. That means it doesn't just come with a fine, it now shows up on your driving record and can contribute toward a future license suspension. Why the sudden crackdown? According to recent state traffic studies, distracted driving incidents near schools increased by 22% in 2025, many involving parents rushing drop-offs or commuters trying to multitask. These small lapses in attention have led to a rise in close calls and, in some heartbreaking cases, injuries to children.
And here's the part that's catching people off guard. Even holding your phone in your hand while in a school zone can be enough for officers to issue a ticket. No texting or scrolling required. Here's how to stay compliant and avoid costly penalties. Before entering a school zone, activate Do Not Disturb while driving on your phone. Use hands-free features or voice assistants if absolutely necessary. Never assume being stopped at a light makes it okay. The law applies at all times within marked school zones. This law isn't about punishing drivers, it's about protecting kids. But if you're not paying attention, it could result in more than just a fine. In 2026, something as small as checking a notification at the wrong time could become a very expensive mistake. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment below. Even just a thanks lets us know the effort was worth it. We pour hours into bringing you the facts that actually matter, so hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means the world to us.
Number 6. Insurance lapse equals immediate suspension. Think forgetting to pay your car insurance for a few days is no big deal? In 2026, that small oversight could now result in an immediate suspension of your driver's license in Texas, even if you haven't had an accident or filed a claim. Under this new law, Texas has implemented a real-time tracking system that automatically monitors whether your insurance is active and up to date. If your coverage lapses for more than 5 days, the system flags your account and your license can be suspended without prior warning. Here's the kicker. You won't necessarily get a phone call, a letter, or even an email before it happens. Many drivers are learning about the suspension after being pulled over or when trying to renew their registration, and by then, it's already a legal headache. This move comes after a sharp rise in uninsured drivers in Texas over the past 2 years. Lawmakers argue that the new system will encourage compliance and reduce the risk for insured, law-abiding drivers. But critics warn it may unfairly penalize people for simple mistakes, like a missed payment or expired credit card. Here's how to protect yourself. Activate auto insurance payments to automatic billing. Double-check that your payment method and expiration dates are current. Monitor your email or insurance app for payment failure alerts. Also, keep a copy of your insurance verification on your phone or in your glove box, digital or paper. If you're pulled over during a system glitch or delay, you'll want proof on hand. In 2026, it's not just about being insured, it's about being constantly insured. One missed payment could pull the plug on your driving privileges before you even realize what's happened.
Number 7. EV drivers must register for mileage tracking. If you're an electric vehicle owner in Texas, there's a new law in 2026 that could seriously affect your registration status and your ability to legally drive. Starting this year, all EV drivers are required to enroll in a state-run mileage tracking program, or risk losing their vehicle registration entirely. Why is this happening? It all comes down to money. With more Texans switching to electric vehicles, the state has been losing millions in gas tax revenue, which is traditionally used to maintain roads and highways. To make up for the loss, lawmakers passed a new law that charges EV drivers based on the number of miles they drive, instead of how much gas they buy. Here's the catch. If you don't register for this mileage program, or you fail to report your odometer readings, your registration can be blocked or suspended. That means you could be driving illegally, even if your car is fully insured and in perfect condition. What does this mean for you? All EV drivers must register with the Texas Department of Transportation's new mileage portal. You'll be required to submit mileage reports every 6 months. In some cases, a GPS tracking device may be needed for verification. Many drivers are unaware of this requirement until it's too late, and unfortunately, third-party scams are already popping up online pretending to be official mileage tracking services. So be careful. Only use the official state website to enroll. If you're enjoying the benefits of owning an EV, that's great. But starting in 2026, you'll also have to pay your fair share to stay road legal. Otherwise, a failure to report your mileage could park your car permanently.
Number 8. Reckless social media stunts equals felony if filmed. In the age of likes, shares, and viral videos, more and more drivers are filming themselves behind the wheel, pulling risky stunts or driving dangerously, all for online clout. But in 2026, Texas is putting its foot down. If you record or post footage of yourself doing reckless driving stunts, even without causing harm, you could now face felony charges. This new law targets what lawmakers are calling clout-driven crime, where the motive isn't just thrill-seeking, but gaining views, followers, or social media fame. Whether it's street racing, drifting in parking lots, weaving through traffic, or driving blindfolded, yes, that's a trend. The law treats the act of filming and posting as evidence of intentional endangerment. And here's the twist. Even if no one gets hurt, the simple act of uploading or sharing that video can be enough to charge you with a Class C felony, which can come with fines, probation, a suspended license, or even jail time. In some cases, police don't even need to catch you in the act. Social media footage alone can be used to issue a warrant. What should you do instead? Avoid posting or participating in any stunts or aggressive driving videos. If you're a passenger, speak up. Being in the car doesn't make it any less dangerous. Content creators, film safely and legally, or shift to off-road or simulated driving environments if needed. This law isn't just about taking the fun out of social media, it's about stopping dangerous trends before they go too far. In 2026, chasing views from the driver's seat might get you more than followers. It could get you a felony record and a revoked license.
Number 9. Minors cannot drive between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. Curfew reinstated. If you're under 18 and driving in Texas, your freedom to hit the road just got a serious curfew. As of 2026, the state has officially reinstated a nighttime driving ban for minors, making it illegal for teen drivers to be on the road between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m., unless it's for work, school-related activities, or emergencies. This isn't a brand new concept. Texas had similar rules years ago, but after a sharp increase in late-night accidents involving teen drivers, lawmakers brought the curfew back with stricter enforcement. According to the Texas Department of Transportation, more than 35% of fatal crashes involving teen drivers in 2025 occurred during nighttime hours. That's a number the state is no longer willing to ignore. Here's how it works. Teen drivers caught on the road during curfew hours can be stopped and questioned by police. If they can't provide proof of a valid reason, they may face license points, fines, or even a temporary suspension. Repeat offenses could lead to a delayed license renewal once the driver turns 18. For teens, this means planning ahead, whether it's getting a ride home from a party or ensuring after-school jobs are properly documented. And for parents, it means keeping communication lines open and using tools like location-sharing apps or curfew alarms to help your teen stay compliant. Don't assume just a quick drive home is safe. If it's past 11 p.m. and you're under 18, the law doesn't care if you're just grabbing fast food. You're breaking the curfew. In 2026, Texas is choosing safety over convenience. And for teen drivers, that means learning that driving is a privilege, one that can be taken away in a heartbeat.
Number 10. Mandatory vision testing every 5 years for drivers over 65. If you're over the age of 65 and living in Texas, your next license renewal just got a lot more serious. Starting in 2026, the state is enforcing a new law that requires mandatory vision testing every 5 years for drivers in this age group. No exceptions, no delays. Why this change? According to recent studies from the Texas Medical Association and National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, age-related vision decline becomes more pronounced after 60, even in healthy individuals. This includes reduced night vision, slower focus adjustment, and difficulty spotting movement in peripheral vision, all of which can increase the risk of serious accidents.
In fact, the state's own crash data showed a 28% rise in accidents involving drivers over 65 in the last 3 years, many attributed to missed signs, misjudged distances, or delayed reactions at intersections. Under the new law, 1. Drivers aged 65 and older must pass a certified vision test every 5 years to keep their license active. 2. These tests can be conducted at the DMV or submitted from an approved optometrist. 3. Failure to comply or pass may lead to license restrictions or full suspension, depending on the severity of the vision impairment. The good news? If you stay proactive, this law won't be a problem. 1. Schedule regular eye exams, not just when your license is up for renewal. 2. Keep records and receipts from your optometrist to speed up the verification process. 3. If you need corrective lenses, wear them every time you drive. It's now enforceable by law. This isn't about punishing older drivers, it's about keeping everyone safe on the road. In 2026, good vision isn't just a recommendation, it's now a legal requirement for driving after 65.
As you've just seen, driving in Texas is changing fast, and not just for reckless drivers. These 10 new laws are reshaping what it means to be a safe driver in 2026. From digital IDs to AI cameras, and from insurance lapses to sleep-deprived driving, your license can now be suspended for things that used to be minor slip-ups. But here's the good news. Now that you know, you have the power to stay ahead. Every law we covered has a clear solution, whether it's setting up toll alerts, getting regular eye exams, or just putting your phone down in a school zone. These are small changes that could save you from huge legal headaches, hefty fines, or even losing your license entirely. So ask yourself, how many of these laws would have caught you off guard? How many are already affecting someone you know? Drop a comment below and let us know which of these new laws surprised you the most. Share this video with friends, family, or anyone driving in Texas because a lot of people are still unaware. And of course, like and subscribe for more important updates that could impact your daily life on the road. You've made it to the end, and that already puts you ahead of the game. But staying informed isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing responsibility, especially with laws like these rolling out every year. Stay smart, stay alert, and stay legal, because in 2026, even one missed detail could cost you your right to drive.